Hey guys, it's Kerry. Lots of my favorite sea animals and marine reptiles today. Giant squid. They are the largest of all the living cephalopods and the largest individual invertebrate in the world. 2/3 of the length of these squid are made up by a pair of long feeding tentacles, each bearing an elongate club on the tip. These meter-long tips bear large suckers armed with toothed horny rings. Mosasaurus engage in aggressive and lethal combat with other individuals of its own kind. Fossils show skeletons bearing multiple cuts, breaks and punctures on various bones, particularly in the rear portions of the skull and neck, and a tooth from another Mosasaurus individual piercing through the quadrate bone. Blue spotted ray. These rays like to bury themselves just underneath the sand, where they will feed on various invertebrates. They are usually found on shallow continental shelves. Blue tang can grow to 30 centimeters. The fish is rather flat like a pancake with a circular body shape, a pointed snout-like nose and small scales. Ammonite. They were shelled cephalopods that died out about 66 million years ago. Fossils of them are found all around the world, sometimes in very large concentrations. The group Cephalopoda is divided into 3 subgroups: coleoids, which include squid, octopus, cuttlefish; nautiloids, like nautiluses; and the ammonites. Octopus. The soft body can radically alter its shape, enabling octopuses to squeeze through small gaps. They trail their 8 appendages behind them as they swim. The siphon is used both for respiration and for locomotion by expelling a jet of water. Clownfish. They have a special layer of mucus on their skin that protects it from the anemone's poison. By living in and around the anemones, the clownfish gets protection from predators and also gets to eat scraps from the anemone's food. Whale shark. They have very large mouths and are filter feeders, which is a feeding mode that occurs in only 2 other sharks, the megamouth shark and the basking shark. They feed almost exclusively on plankton and small fishes and pose no threat to humans. Sea star or starfish are marine invertebrates. They typically have a central disc and usually 5 arms though some species have a larger number of arms. Black-tipped reef shark. It is an active predator of small bony fishes, cephalopods and crustaceans, and has also been known to feed on sea snakes and seabirds. Cow-nosed ray. They are usually found in large schools near the surface. They have a distinctive bilobed head with two large fleshy lobes under the snout. The mouth is on the underside. Leatherback sea turtle. It can be easily differentiated from other modern sea turtles by its lack of a bony shell. Instead, its carapace is covered by oily flesh and flexible leather-like skin, for which it is named. Sperm whale. Like elephants, females and their young live in matriarchal groups called pods, while the bulls live apart. Bulls sometimes form loose bachelor groups with other males of similar age and size. Zebra shark. They are nocturnal and spend most of the day resting motionless on the seafloor. At night they actively hunt for mollusks, crustaceans and small bony fishes, sometimes sea snakes. They look inside holes and crevices in the reef. Shark ray. The head is short, wide and flattened with an evenly rounded snout. The front portion of the head, including the medium-sized eyes and large spiracles, is clearly distinct from the body. Pilot whale. They are notorious for stranding themselves on beaches, but the reason behind this is not fully understood. They have an anchor-shaped patch under the chin. Their long sickle-shaped flippers and tail stalks are flattened from side to side. Bowhead whale. They are the only baleen whale endemic to the Arctic and subarctic waters and are named after their characteristic massive triangular skull, which they use to break through Arctic ice. They have the largest mouth of any animal, representing almost 1/3 of the length of the body. Hammerhead shark. This cephalophile has many functions, including sensory reception, maneuvering, and prey manipulation. The cephalophile gives the shark superior binocular vision and depth perception. They are found worldwide in warmer waters along coastlines and continental shelves. Dolphin. They have a layer of fat or blubber under the skin to keep warm in cold water. Dolphins use their conical shaped teeth to capture fast-moving prey. Nurse shark. They are yellowish brown in colour. They have round heads, barbels that they use to search for prey, and very small eyes. Nurse sharks are one of the species of sharks that are able to remain perfectly still, and they spend most of their daylight hours resting in caves or under ledges. Pygmy sperm whale. They are not much larger than many dolphins. They grow to about 3.5 meters at maturity. The lower jaw is very small and slung low. The blowhole is displayed slightly to the left when viewed from above facing forward. The dorsal fin is very small and hooked. Swordfish. Its most distinctive feature is their saw-like rostrum with a row of whitish teeth on either side of it. The rostrum is an extension of the skull, made of cartilage and covered in skin. Tiger shark. Although it is an apex predator, they are sometimes taken as prey by groups of killer whales. Among the largest extant sharks, the tiger shark ranks in average size only behind the whale shark, the basking shark, and the great white shark. This makes it the second largest predatory shark after the great white. Short fin mako shark. It has a cylindrical shape with a vertically elongated tail. They hunt by lunging vertically up and tearing off chunks of their prey's flanks and fins. They swim below their prey so they can see what is above and have a high probability of reaching prey before it notices them. Blue shark. Courtship involves biting the female by the male. Female blue sharks have adapted to the rigorous mating ritual by developing skin 3 times as thick as the male skin. beluga whale, there is no dorsal fin, which allows it to swim under ice with ease. It possesses a distinctive protuberance at the front of its head, which houses an echolocation organ called the melon, which in this species is large and deformable. Thresher shark. They are active predators. The tail is used as a weapon to stun prey. The thresher shark has a short head and a cone-shaped nose. The mouth is generally small and the teeth range in size from small to large. Stingray. They are a group of sea rays which are cartilaginous fish related to sharks. They are common in coastal tropical and subtropical marine waters throughout the world. Leopard shark. This slender-bodied shark is immediately identifiable by the striking pattern of black saddle-like markings and large spots over its back, from which it derives its common name. Humpback whale. They are air-breathing mammals who must surface to get the air they need. The stubby dorsal fin is visible soon after the blow or exhalation when the whale surfaces, but disappears by the time the flukes emerge. Humpbacks have a 3-metre heart-shaped bushy blow through the blowholes. They do not generally sleep at the surface, but they must continue to breathe. Possibly only one half of their brain sleeps at a time. Narwhal. Males are distinguished by a long, straight, helical tusk, which is an elongated upper left canine. The narwhal is most closely related to the beluga whale. Hermit crab. As it grows in size, it must find a larger shell and abandon the previous one. They will sometimes form a vacancy chain to exchange shells. When an individual crab finds a new empty shell, it will leave its own shell and inspect the vacant shell for size. Queen triggerfish. It is one of the largest and most aggressive of the triggerfish. It can change colour somewhat to match its surroundings or if subject to distress. Clown triggerfish. They have a varied diet based on different benthic organisms like mollusks, echinoderms and crustaceans. They are solitary and defend their territory. They can be aggressive with other fish. Blue whale reproduce via sexual meiosis. The male and female each produce haploid gametes. Male gametes are sperm and the female gametes are eggs. A single sperm and egg fertilize to form a diploid zygote. After courtship, they suddenly fly upwards and cross the surface of the water, and as they do, the male thrusts his penis into the vulva and ejaculates. The females have a long vulva with 2 nipples on each side to nourish newborns. Great white shark. They have a complex social structure. Females dominate males, larger sharks dominate smaller sharks, and residents dominate newcomers. When hunting, great whites tend to separate and resolve conflicts with rituals and displays. Killer whale. They are highly social. Some populations are composed of very stable matrilineal family groups or pods, which are the most stable of any animal species. Their sophisticated hunting techniques and vocal behaviours are passed on from one generation to the next. Lobster and crabs. Megalodon was one of the largest and most powerful predators to have ever lived. It would have targeted large prey such as whales, seals, and sea turtles. Jaws by Funko. Great white sharks occur in the coastal, shelf, and continental slope waters around Australia. It is estimated that there are 5,500 great whites cruising the waters of Australia's east coast. Pufferfish. Its tail fin is mainly used as a rudder, but it can be used for a sudden evasive burst of speed, as well as filling its extremely elastic stomach with water or air. Koi fish. It is a graceful swimmer and has bold colours. It is a member of the carp family. Giant squid. It has 2 large fins attached to its body, 8 arms and 2 long tentacles. The tentacles contain suckers and sucker rings. The giant squid uses these suckers to catch fish and shellfish. Kemp's Ridley hatchling. They reach maturity between 7 and 15 years of age. Anglerfish. They are bony fish, named for their characteristic mode of predation in which a modified luminescent fin acts as a lure for other fish. Coelacanths. They are nocturnal piscivores that feed mainly on benthic smaller fish and various cephalopods. They are passive drift feeders. Angel shark. Their unique features are the rounded tip of the nose, the 7 gills instead of 5, and only 1 dorsal fin. Anomalocaris. They are extinct. They are distantly related to modern-day arthropods, including crabs and lobsters. Cuperoceras was a genus of nautiloid cephalopod from the Permian period that resembled a spiny ammonite. Cretoxyrhina was one of the largest sharks and a formidable predator in the late Cretaceous seas. Crocodile. They eat mainly fish, turtles, birds, and other small animals. They capture water animals in their jaws with a sideways motion. They seize land animals by the feet and drag them towards the water. After crocodiles mate, the female lays eggs. Some types can lay up to more than 100 eggs. Green sea turtle. They are one of the world's largest species of turtle, weighing between 65 and 130 kilograms. Hermit crab. Hatchlings are born in the water and remain there for a time. They molt up to 6 times to reach full crab form. Humpback calf. Ichthyosaurus. They used their fins for swimming. They lived in the sea and were incapable of returning to land. Their tails had a large crescent-shaped fin. Leatherback turtle. The leatherback shell is leathery. It feels almost rubbery. Liopleurodon was a large species of pliosaur. It was an apex predator in the Upper Jurassic seas around 160 to 155 million years ago. It grew to about 6.5 meters and it was a relative of Pliosaurus and Kronosaurus. Lobster. They have 2 big claws and 8 walking legs. Megalodon ruled the seas from about 17 million years ago up to almost 3 million years ago. This colossal predator reached lengths of up to 20 meters. The only marine animal ever to outweigh the massive Megalodon is the blue whale, which weighs up to 200 tons, which would be just more than double the size of Megalodon. Its jaws could open wide enough to swallow 2 adults standing side by side. Giant squid. Along with their cousin, the colossal squid, they have beach ball-sized eyes. Their eyes are the largest eyes in the animal kingdom and are about 10 inches or 25 centimeters in diameter. Their big eyes help them to spy objects in the dark depths where most of them live. Blue-ringed octopus. They are usually nocturnal, emerging at night to hunt crustaceans and small fish. The brightly coloured rings are a warning to would-be predators. Blue sea dragon swallows air bubbles that allow it to float on the ocean surface upside down. So the interesting blue and white colour is actually the bottom side of the blue dragon. Seahorse. They come in many colours, varying from grey, orange, brown, yellow, red and black. Shrimp. They will eat algae, dead and living plants, worms, fish, snails and other dead shrimp. Cuttlefish. Coelursuchus. Basilosaurus. Basilisk. Octopus baby. Sea star. Kronosaurus, Mosasaurus, Axolotl, Emperor penguin and chick, horseshoe crab, nautilus, ammonite pleuroceras, ammonite brabatoceras, orthoceras, belemnite, trilobite, Zephactinus, helicoprion, sea elephant, manatee, sea lion, largemouth bass, salmon, piranha, sailfish, red-eared slider turtle, goblin sharks, narwhal, weedy sea dragon. Please stay and watch another video with me. I love to reply to your comments. Thank you for watching my video. See you again soon. See you guys in my next video.